Yo, what's up? Back with a video again. While I'm vibing to this new Drake, Her Loss. Thinking of trying to log up the caption ideas before I go to Asia. Because when the Instagram is back and popping, I'm just gonna go bang Her Loss. But jokes aside, let me turn this down. I just want to talk quick about time and how fast it goes. I remember being in elementary school, primary school, whatever, secondary school, high school, whatever everyone in the world calls it. In that specific time, pre-18 years old, or up until 18 years old, time moved extremely slow from my perspective. And one of the questions I asked one of my good friends, he's a year older than me, so he was always, when I was a senior in high school, he was a freshman in college. And I asked him about, man, time has passed, man. We were friends back in junior high. You're taller, because I remember he used to be like super short. Now he's fucking 6 foot something, and with some change. And he told me, yeah, dude, time doesn't slow down. It actually just speeds up. And fast forward to now, I can most definitely say, adamantly say, yes, time does not slow down. If anything, it has a brisk pace post 18. Once you either get into college or whatever you go afterwards, trade school, etc. Time maintains a high tempo. And with that being said, me being in my early 20s, of course, it's made me realize in terms of where my focus lies, and kind of just blundered the last few years, especially COVID. I think post-COVID, or especially COVID, when the restrictions came, I was very just lost in that time. And looking back in retrospect, there are a lot of people that made well with their time and took advantage of that time in home to do things. And I can speak on my own end. I did not do that. I did not do any of that. But I mean, it is what it is. That was the past. I did not live up to what was ultimately my goal in life, which was ultimately success. I didn't have a set plan. As a person that always believed in my talents, just leading in me into things without having any distinct hard work to show for it. I remember before thinking that, oh, I'll just graduate college and then I'll be good, I'll be all set. But no, that's not the case. Heads up, spoiler alert, that is far from the case. I learned the hard way. I'm in a small catch-up phase. It's not detrimental, or it's not terrible. It's not a terrible instance. I mean, I'm not like someone that's no offense, in their 30s trying to come back and make up for things. But I'm definitely time's ticking. I'm definitely in the a few paces behind first place. So, and as a person that wants to be ultra competitive and wants to succeed and do things in my life, it's definitely something I need to work on. With that being said, in regards to being someone that's always believed in talent and creativity, I'm now to the point to where I realize now that I was wrong. It's not entirely being creative, and it's the danger of being ultimately creative. I know people have reflected on this idea, is that when you're being so creative and you're so caught up in your thought, there is no true rating, and there's no true way to objectively identify creativity in the modern traditional sense. With that being said, now it's me just working on me being successful in a traditional practical way first, to serve as a foundation for my creative ventures down the line, so I can be an absolute credible creative person. Because you can be an ultra creative person right now, but the issue is, if you're an ultra creative person right now with no credibility, no foundation to build off, they just think you're obnoxious, pretentious, what have you done for me, what are you kind of person, like who do you think you are kind of person. You gotta put pen to the paper. Your words have to be followed with action. You need to have prior history of being that kind of person to do the work. rather than just being this airy-fairy creative I have ideas person. And the spoiler alert too, we all have creative ideas. We have ideas. Everyone has ideas. Who is implementing it and who's actually doing things. So yeah, that's the topic of today's video. It's time. Don't waste time. Be conscientious of your time, and don't fall into creative don't fall too deep into the creative thinking of things, because it's just at what just a waste of time. If it's so important to just log out your time and write it down and be very conscientious, be very present at the day, especially now with this kind of being more aware, self-aware and critical. I can go back and look at myself and say, damn, what an absolute dork. I can definitely see the growth from my past person that I was to who I am now. So yeah, that's another video for today. My bad again on the last two videos being not up to par, or actually not existing. Actually, I missed the last 2 days. I know it is. I wanted this thing to be especially daily, but it was not. Let's work on it though. We all are.